Thailand's new Senate has convened for the first time following a controversial and complicated selection process. The batch of 200 new lawmakers replaces the 250 previous senators that were handpicked by the previous military government. The selection process was meant to ensure that the upper chamber of Thailand's parliament would be independent from political parties. But things have not been quite so straightforward, as Saksith Saiyasombut reports.
New senators have taken up their work on Tuesday, with the first order of business being the vote of a new Senate Speaker and their deputies. Mongkol Surasajja, the former governor of Buriram province, received the most votes. It was seen as a first litmus test of where all the various political factions lie, even though that was not the original intention of the new Senate. Thailand's Senate went through many different iterations over the years, sometimes fully elected, more often than not fully appointed, like the previous outgoing batch that was handpicked by the previous military government. The new senators were chosen in a controversial selection process, among the candidates themselves representing different groups designated by occupation and other characteristics. In multiple rounds held in June, going from local to national, the candidates voted among themselves. In other words, there was no direct participation of the electorate unless they signed up to stand for office. The idea behind this process was to prevent political parties from gaining influence by stacking the Senate with their own people, but that plan has largely backfired. By some observations, more than half of the 200 new members have political affiliations with Thai, the second largest party in the ruling government coalition. That also includes the new Senate Speaker Mongkol, who comes from the same province as their home base. However, the new perceived pro-government senators reject these allegations, pledging to work for the good of the nation, while those seen as progressive vow to push for more people's representation.
เราจะไปเหมาว่ากลุ่มนั้นกลุ่มนี้ไม่ได้นะครับตอนนี้เราทำหน้าที่ในฐานะสมาชิกวุฒิสภานะครับก็ต้องเดินไปด้วยกันนะครับต้องเดินไปด้วยกันถึงแม้ว่าเราอาจจะเห็นต่างกันนะครับในบริบททุกคนนะครับในครอบครัวเราหนึ่งครอบครัวก็ย่อมมีการเห็นต่างกัน
เสียงที่เป็นเสียงส่วนใหญ่จริงๆก็คือเสียงนอกสภานะคะเสียงของประชาชนที่อยู่นอกสภาซึ่งก็คงต้องส่งเสียงนะคะแล้วก็ในฐานะของวุฒิสภาวุฒิสมาชิกทุกท่านเนี่ยก็จำเป็นที่จะต้องรับฟังเสียงสะท้อนของประชาชนด้วยนะคะถึงแม้ว่าวุฒิสมาชิกไม่ได้มาจากการเลือกตั้งของประชาชนนะคะแต่กฎหมายระบุว่าวุฒิสมาชิกเนี่ยเป็นผู้แทนของปวงชนชาวไทย
Unlike the previous Senate, they won't have the right to join MPs in picking a new prime minister anymore. However, the Senate will still wield a lot of influence. Like in any bicameral parliament, they will be vetting and approving draft bills from the House of Representatives, take part in constitutional amendments, and they can appoint high court judges as well as members of the so-called independent government agencies, such as the Election Commission. Thailand's other half of the legislature has new faces sitting in the chamber. They will now have 5 years in their mandate to push Thailand in a new direction. Saksith Saiyasombut, CNA, Bangkok.